Can you take us back to that first moment when you came to India, when you landed in India? What was your feeling like? What kind of emotions were it?
Well, like, I'm going to be obvious and blunt. Crazy. I thought I'm going to die in a 4 to 5 minutes taxi drive from the airport. I never seen something like that in my life. I was like,
Wow.
God, it was mental. And so I think the first thing was that the madness, the craziness, and yet the fluidity of the traffic is, I think, one way intriguing. The next time it's nerve-wracking. But I think once you do your yoga teacher training and you're, embed yourself really into the knowledge and practice it, you're like, okay, I think I can see the flow here. So yeah, traffic was obviously, as I said, it's very positive and negative in a way that, it was mental and crazy, but it's more I understood about going with the flow of life and not controlling, and not everything in the universe needs to be guided by rules. Things are just happening. And I kind of really embraced that, I think, when it came to the traffic. Probably the other thing that I noticed is, I gotta be honest, when I first went to India, I don't think I was very drawn to Indian culture, Indian traditions, Indian heritage, Indian people. I would even say I'm more like the opposite. I think if I could have afforded, I probably would have went to Bali or Thailand, because at that time I was a different person and I thought, oh, that looks a lot more fancier, and I'm not really sure I'm okay with that level of poverty. And I'm going to be honest with you, this is what I felt when I went there. But when I got there, everything has changed. Like, I realized that my understanding of poverty is very, very different. And these people are richer than any of us. The kindness, the loveliness, the welcoming of the people, the wiseness that's coming out of some individuals who are living up there is beautiful. So I think, when you're expecting sometimes the worst and then you're being presented the absolute best, maybe you have a lot more shock inside you in a very positive way, that you're like, oh, wow, I very misjudged Indian culture and people. Although I have been told that being up on the north is more of a privilege. But yeah, particularly I think, wisdom, kindness, loveliness. It was just so welcoming, so understanding. Everyone was so open. And I think the other thing that I noticed there, that a lot of people I found, let's put it this way, a lot more people living what they preach than in the Western world. I have found a lot more authentic teachers, a lot more authentic people. Like, let's say even the local coffee shop that it was nearby us, the guy who was serving the food, he would have done for absolutely no reason, but just because that was his habit of the prayers over the food before he puts it onto the table. And I seen him doing in the kitchen when I was standing outside at the front of the bar and waiting for him to come over and serve me. I seen he's praying over the food in the kitchen as well. And, it just made me feel like that, how authentic someone is, believing with everything that they know about the Vedic practices, and even behind closed doors, and even when it's like you wouldn't expect it, let's say in a restaurant, in a coffee shop, to yoga being taken so seriously, and it is. So in some of these simplicities, I find, quite a big positive shocks about India. Let's put it that way.